Good morning. For those of you who like ASMR with clearing of throats, your boy is still sick. Where is Active Trader Pro? There it is. Big head. I have not showered. I am going to do a quick let's see, market scanner. We're going to scan some stuff. But I'm sure I'm still COVID positive, so I should have a mask on to talk to you people. I absolutely should have a mask on. Let's see. Target has a cross up. Devon has a cross up. Pepsi has a cross up. Pan W has a cross up. Morning, Joe. Morning, Nevin. Let me get my I'll move this to live chat. Dun, dun, dun. I probably sound a little bit horrible, but yeah, I mean, I'm normal. My fever is gone. That was the big one. And by the way, I apologize to the world. So here's the story as to, well, I'll wait for the podcast for the story, but I was as responsible as I could have been. Let's put it that way. Not overly responsible, though. I mean, I was fairly irresponsible, I feel. Core investments. I'm not even going to do covered call ETFs. Well, there's nothing in there. Energy names. Boyle. Boy, Boyle is taking a good run. Look at LNG2. UVIXI finally has a cross up. Is this the beginning? Low cost Vanguard. Nope, nothing. Spider sectors. I'm not doing ARC. Let's see if any of my craziness. PFF. C3AI. Tilray has a cross up. Is that going to fill this gap back up to $2.30 before earnings? No freaking way. Let's see. I'm going to do the Dow, PG, and Cisco. Let's do the NASDAQ. And I got messages. Thank you guys for being so kind and positive about stuff. But okay, let's look at the S&P 100. Doom scan. Target BK. Met. Okay. I think I'm just going to go directly into the podcast. I have to update. How is it that I have to update when I just relogged in? Strategy tester. Go to the 4 hour. Oh, look at that. It got you in here at $1.70. And it's kept you in all the way since June. Wow. Let's look up SPY. And you're still in SPY. God, we officially hit oversold at 77 on the RSI. Let's see about the weekly. Weekly, you're at 70. So, yeah, you just hit. On the weekly, you just hit oversold. But, I mean, it still got confirmation. And your 50-day just started turning positive. Your 200-day has been positive. This is a good lesson in long term. When that S&P hits down near the 200-day on a weekly, just start adding in. Just load up. I mean, we could get back down to 358, with a crash. Let's look at the pre-markets in the core portfolio. Nothing crazy. Uber's down 1%. Taiwan Semiconductor under 100. Okay. Morning, Scott. I'm going to make it super quick. I'm not even doing it on freaking... I'm going to upload a video podcast to Spotify. Since people asked for it, I'm going to upload that one. It's just going to be the YouTube video. Hit the thumbs up button. Oh, you know what? I got to change this damn title. Can I do it live? Let me see. Am I able to do this live in the YouTube studio? Let's see. I started it too soon, and let's see. Live. Oh, there we go. Tesla and let's just do that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So anybody else coming in? I changed the date. I just didn't change the title. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. We changed that. We're going to start out with SPY. Okay, there's 10 people in here. I'm not going to wait for more. Let me get my headphones. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. At least let me start GarageBand. What the hell? We'll go full on full on actual. Okay. Now I can hear myself too. Doom, doom, doom. Select all. Gonna put that back there. Go to notes. And I've got... Let me see. Is that LH? I need to look at a couple of stocks. LabCorp. BBBY and BLK. That was my joke, Zephin. MLS, it was funny. Doing the creds at MLS, there were, essentially what I do is the VIP, the media, stuff like that. So I had a lot of MLS owners come in. I didn't know who they were, but they came in and asked for credentials and things. And there were a lot of people who went to the White House. So we had Secret Service come in. That was kind of an interesting one. I didn't get a background check, though. And I did not get to go to the White House. I was pissed. I did do, and this is a public service announcement for everybody. I'm probably a little bit more cautious than most, I would say. But in times like this, do not be a hero. Last year at All-Star, if you remember, if you were listening last year around this time, I was in Minneapolis doing the All-Star game. And essentially what happened, there was an intern with the Minneapolis team who was working in the ticket booth with us doing credentials. And she was probably 19, studying sports management, was super excited that all the uppers at MLS were there and she was able to network and stuff like that. And the day of the event, she just looked wrecked. And she said, I've been having headaches for the last 3 days. I feel run down. I started sniffling this morning, and she came into work because she said, I figured I didn't want to give up this opportunity. I yelled at her. I said, go get tested now. I don't want to be in the booth with you. I was the adult in the room, which is shocking as F for anybody that knows me. But we got her tested, and essentially she wound up being COVID positive. I got screwed out of watching the All-Star game because we were exposed. I couldn't go into the stands. I had to literally go back to the hotel, wear a mask, isolate, wound up not getting it, which was good news, blah, blah, blah. This year, the second I felt anything, I was out. So I just want that to be if you start feeling bad, hey, Jag, thanks. If I didn't have a fever, Jag, I might feel a little bit better about it. I'm not 100% horrible, but I probably am still a little feverish. But thank you so much. That's super kind of you. I really appreciate. Like I said, guys, here's the thing. Jim Cramer is not educating anybody on this shit. He's basically doing a texting service. He is doing an entertainment show. He's not educating people on charts. He's not educating people on fundamentals. He's basically, hey, I like this stock. What do you think of it, Jim? I think it's not a buy. And you know what he said? People should not invest in Carvana. In January, he said, sell Carvana. Here, Carvana. January. He said, here's January, right here. Get out while you can. $4.47. $4.47. He said, get out while you can. Because this run up, he said, get out while you can. $4.47. Get out while you can. It's trading at $56. Fucker. Oh, wait. I take all that back. Jim Cramer actually lost his dog, so I do have sympathy for him. Lost his dog, Marley, I think earlier in the week. So I think I tweeted out, no more bashing Jim Cramer. But I will tell you, it's just for this month. So what are we? July 20th? Just for this month, we're not going to bash him. I got out of my TQQQ. It's trading at $45. I think I got out at 46 something. Let's say we're going to... Okay, I'm going to start the podcast now. Because I can't be on here for a very long time. I just can't. GarageBand. Good morning. It's your boy, COVID positive. If you don't follow me on the socials, you may not know where I've been, but I was at the MLS All-Star game. I was doing credentials, felt fine. I think it was Monday afternoon. I started getting a headache, and so I took some aspirin. I think it was around 4 o'clock. I got off work about 5 o'clock. So I get off work, I take some aspirin, I go to dinner with my coworker, and we sat across from each other on at dinner, not too close, but, I still felt a little, run down, and I just figured, your boy doesn't work. Your boy doesn't have a job. So these gigs where I go on MLS, a real 9-to-5 job just exhausts me. So Monday night, I started feeling a little bit bad in the hotel, and I was like, okay, let me take a sleeping pill. And I took a sleeping pill. It's just one of those over-the-counter sleeping pills. It's like the drowsiness thing in NyQuil, and that's all it is. CVS sells them over the counter, and it's super easy to get, and they tend to work for me if I ever have trouble sleeping. I don't use them a lot, maybe once every 3-4 months, but I was feeling run down, and I said, I better sleep because I got a big day tomorrow. It was going to be 9 to about probably 10 o'clock because the skills challenge was going on. About 2:30 in the morning, I started sweating, and I said, this isn't right. So I texted my boss at 2:30. I said, listen, I'm not going to go at 9 o'clock. I'm going to take a COVID test. Walked down the street at 9 o'clock, got to CVS. Now, here's the other thing. I asked my insurance company, which is Obamacare, healthcare.gov, Oscar Insurance, and is it covered? And they said, no, it's not covered. CVS was going to charge me $180 for a COVID test versus the over-the-counter COVID test was $10. Which one do you think your boy took? So I went and got the COVID test. Turns out it was positive. I officially apologized to everybody I rode the train with. There were people just running away from me on the train. I definitely looked ill. I'll include the picture in the newsletter, so sign up for the newsletter if you want to see the picture of me with my mask on the train. I didn't cough. I should say this. I didn't sneeze the entire time, but I did cough. But I coughed into my mask. It wasn't an N95 mask. I didn't have one, unfortunately. It was one of those blue masks. So, but I did have COVID. And then I got home, and I know I said I was going to do a newsletter yesterday. Your boy was riddled with 101, 102 fever. So I didn't do the newsletter. My apologies. But you know what? Most of you people don't even pay for it, so it's okay. If you want to pay for it, I did lose out on some income. You could help me out a little. But let's talk about the markets, and I'm just going to keep this super, super quick. SPY is still in a buy, but it's oversold. So if we look at SPY on the algorithm, we're still in that buy down here from $411 back in May. We still have confirmation on the 4-hour. It's still going up, but the RSI is at 77. Now, if we move this to a weekly, this has been probably the best look at SPY, and we're at 75. I mean, we're officially oversold. Anything over 70 on the RSI is actually oversold. So be careful in this market. I got out of my TQQQ because you can see QQQQ is oversold as well. I just figured I'd lock in profits. This was a trade that I was going to hold on to until the end of July. It might be a better trade to hold it on till the end of July. Schwab. Schwab is a great example. People were asking me, should I get out of Schwab before earnings? I said, I can't answer that question. That's a you question. If you want to hold through earnings, then fine. In my mind, buying down here at 48 like I did, I'm looking at a $70, $80 stock. So I wasn't going to sell before earnings. But if you wanted to lock in your profits, lock in your profits. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's a completely, when you buy here down at 48, you absolutely 100% should know what you're going to do. There's no, hey, at 48 and I'm up here at 60, let me write to Gary and ask him, what should I do? No. That's the Jim Cramer method. And we are not bashing Jim Cramer this month because he lost his dog Marley a couple days ago. And as someone who's lost a dog, I can't bash someone who just lost their dog. It's too emotional a thing. But at 48, you should tell yourself, if I get to 55, I'm going to sell. If I make my 20%, I'm going to sell. If I get to 60, I'm going to sell. My personal opinion, I'm holding long term, but if I get up to 100%, I'll sell it. I'll sell it long term for capital gains reason. That's why. So you should absolutely know what you're going to do. I am still riddled with fever, so I'm going to go out of order here. Later Dude on Spotify, he wrote to me, and Later Dude, I can't respond to you on Spotify. So if you want a response, join the Facebook group, join Instagram, hit me up on YouTube. I can reply on any of the other social platforms, but I can't on Spotify. They just don't allow me to. Here's my thoughts on Shopify. I think anything in the 60s, you're fine. I think it's a $75 stock by the end of the year. If we look at a long term on this one, here, the 4 hour, you got gaps all the way down here. Are you going back down to 48? No, it's too strong of a business. You got earnings coming up on August 2nd. But if you look at a weekly on this one, we're not even at the 200-day. So I think you're a $70 stock by the end of the year. It might be 80, might cross over the 200-day. I think it's fine. I think it's a great business. I think they cut their cost out of the business by basically not, contracting the fulfillment. Unlike Amazon, they're just not going to do fulfillment. They're just going to do the bread and butter of what they do well, which is hosting sellers. It's a really good opportunity. So I personally own this one. I've been dollar cost averaging down. I own this one somewhere in this neighborhood of about 70. I think with my dollar cost averaging, I'm probably down in the 60s. I haven't taken a look at it, but it is a 5-figure position for me because I do believe that this is a very well-run company. So I like that one. I think Later Dude, you asked me about energy as well, and I think I answered that on previous podcasts. But PXD, I like PXD in the energy space. I like Devon in the energy space. Anything with a really big dividend, I like in the energy space. There were 3 golden crosses that Carter Worth outlined last night. I'm not going to go over them on the podcast here. I'll put them in the newsletter. I don't think anything is really of worth buying. BlackRock might be the only one. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I bought Netflix because of the TrendSpider algorithm saying, hey, buy it. And then when earnings comes around, you sell it on that day. I bought it around here around 430. In pre-market, you're at 446. I'm going to buy more. I'm just going to buy more. I'm changing my trade. So I'm going to buy more because I believe that this stock is going to continue to go up. The weekly, you're still 57% away from your all-time high. Now, mind you, that was COVID, November 2021. That was the high. It was extremely stressed. But you're still only hovering around the 200-day. I think it's an opportunity to get a stock at a really low cost. Here's what you have to realize. With the writers and actors striking, Netflix may be affected by their bread and butter U.S. market. They're going to go with Squid Games type of stuff. They're going to go with Money Heist type of stuff. They're going to do producing outside the U.S. If you didn't know, by the way, there is new AI that Netflix is imposing right now, which if you watch Squid Games, the annoying part is the lips never match. The overdubbing of the language is pretty good with the actors. It's overhyped, but I think that's normal. But Netflix will do the lips to actually use English language. So I like it. Are you giving up your Netflix? No. I mean, some people may, but they got rid of the $9.99 tier. What they said is they gained 6 million new customers here in the U.S. mostly from the password crackdown, and most of that revenue will be recognized in the second half of this year. So the revenue which missed, it's going to blow it away next time. Why are people selling it? The reason is they're just taking their profits. They're going to buy it at a lower price, they believe. So what did they get it down to? They got it down to about high 430s. It's at 447 now. I'm going to buy it 445. I'll put that in. 445. That's my thought on that one. Not too much to really talk about. Tesla earnings, right in line. I'll be buying a new Tesla car probably in the next 2 months. And the reason being, they will allow one-time me to transfer my full self-driving from my Model 3 to the new Model Y, which I will get. I have the money. I need a new car. It's probably a pretty good idea for me to get it. So that's my thing. Tesla, I think it probably dips down towards this 240 mark. At some point in time, it is oversold. It's at 67 on the RSI. The MACD is up there. There's no catalyst on this one that's going to move it significantly higher. It's going to go down a little bit. So my belief is that we probably continue this this move down here. Not up. I think it's a $300 stock at some point in time this year. They talked about licensing the full self-driving to an OEM, which would be huge. So I want to go over financials that I own because financials did actually report, and I own a couple of them. One of them, Bank of America. I said buy it under 30. Here at $28.94, my average purchase price is somewhere near $29.20, somewhere in that. I'm up. I think financials in the second half of this year are good. What else do I own? Let me see. I'm just scrolling down. Morgan Stanley. It's a $110 stock. You're just over your 200-day. Oh, excuse me. The CEO said they bottomed out a couple months ago here down at 82. I believe him. It's $93. Let's see. Do I own another financial? Sedge, Square. I own FinTech. Wells Fargo. Bought this under 40. I mean, this was under 40 just less than a month ago, and you're at 46. So, it's above the 200-day. It's a $50 stock. I bought a bunch. I think my average purchase price is like $39.50 or something. It got all the way down here to 37. I didn't buy enough down there, but I continued buying all the way up here, and I bought more at 42 right before earnings. You're 46. So financials are going to do well, I think, in the second half. I think energy does well in the second half as well. The rally is broadening past the grade 8. Let's talk about TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor. Let me just go back to core investing. Taiwan Semiconductor was a buy here at 103 in pre-market. This is at 99. It's down 3%. I think you're good. They reported earnings. Wasn't great. I think people are taking profits. So I don't think there was anything bad in the earnings. I think they're going to continue to be very good. They're going to build the plant in Phoenix for Apple. Well, they'll be doing chips there. You're fine. Under 100, I think, is a good buy on this one. Okay. Hold 1 second. I need some water. Remember, I'm still riddled with fever. Let's talk about scans. Target has this cross up. Let's look at this chart. 132. I think you're fine at 132. Are you going down to 111? You could. Their earnings are coming up later. Devon Energy. Devon, my average purchase price, I think, is around 48 or so. I think it'll be a $55 stock by the end of the year. Here's what you have to know about the long term of Devon. We're not even close to the 200-day. The 200-day is at 36. So if you think energy is going to continue to go down, Devon's probably not a great pick. I think you're fine with Devon. Pepsi, PEP, I think you get Pepsi under 180. It's at 186. This is just buy and hold. If you like drinking Pepsi, any of those sugary drinks, get Pepsi. Pan W has a cross up. And by the way, if you have TrendSpider, do the scans. I mean, I'm going over this for all the people who don't have TrendSpider, but if you have TrendSpider, you can do this without me. I provide you all these tools. Pan W, I own it. I own a bunch of it. 248. I think you're fine. It's expensive, but I own a bunch. I think my average purchase price around 180. Boyle finally has a buy. Boyle has been going up the past couple of days. $61. You're at 61, 64.48. It's up 5% today. And speaking of Boyle, I'll put this in the newsletter. LNG. Remember when I told you to buy LNG down here at 141? I thought anything under 150 was a great buy. So keep on adding it on the way down. You're 157. It's going up here to fill this gap up to 164. Should you buy it? Probably not. It's probably run a little bit. But LNG. Uvixi finally has a cross up. It's been a dying breed. I mean, the VIX is just, let's see, what's the VIX at? The VIX is at 13. It's up 1%. I don't know that I'd buy this one. You know, if we want to play it, I just think there's better plays. Procter & Gamble PG, Cisco, WBD, which is Warner Brothers, has a cross-up. I don't know how this one crossed up. 1329 with Netflix coming out so strong. I mean, Warner Brothers is going to continue to go down. I think this one you probably wait till it gets to the 11. I think at some point in time it gets down to 11. Comcast, Ross Stores, and Lumina, BK, and MetLife. Those are the cross-ups. Your boy is going to go back to bed. I'm going to do the newsletter. I'm going to put the video back on YouTube, but I am going to go back to bed. It's a short one today. I will probably be on tomorrow. If you have any questions, hit me up on the socials. If you want TrendSpider or you want anything, it is Linktree /daily stock pick. And that comes up with this page, and you can get 25% off TrendSpider, $20 off your first month phone bill. The one that I really like, and I can't believe more people aren't doing it, is Webull. I have Webull. This third link down, if you're not getting free stocks, I put $1,000 into Webull. You can put $100 or $200 or $300 into Webull. You get free stocks. Throw money in there. I mean, it's just crazy how they give you free stocks. And I actually like the app. I've been using the app to trade some of the stuff. I have $1,000 in there. Let me look at my Webull account right now. I'll tell you how much I'm up. Let's see. I'm going to copy my referral link, and I'm going to put it in the chat here. Why not? You people need to, there you go. There's the link to get Webull. Let's see how much I've got. I'm at $1,240. I put $1,000 in there at the beginning of the year. $1,240. Not a bad gig. And they gave me a bunch of free stocks. But if you want the newsletter, it's down here, Substack. Gift me with Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. All the socials are up here. You can go to any space. You can email me if you don't have any of the socials. So, okay, I am going back to bed. Take care. Sorry I took so much time off, but tomorrow's probably going to be a quick one too. I'm going to take the weekend and sober up, as they say. So, okay, take care. See ya. Zephin. Okay, Mickey. Okay. I sound horrible, and I can't stop coughing. Hunter definitely brought the Coke. Hunter didn't bring the Coke in the White House. You're crazy, Zephin. Jag, I love that comment. I'm snotting here. For anybody who's new or somebody that's not long term, there was a dude who came on here who at one point he said, "You make too many mouth noises." So I told him it was ASMR for him and he could enjoy it. And when I'm sick, yep, I make my mouth noises. Let me export this. I am going to head out. Zephin, don't you still have TrendSpider, or did you cancel TrendSpider? I think you're in and out of TrendSpider, because I think you've got a smaller account. Which, hey, there's no no bad time to be in and out of TrendSpider, but you need to take advantage of one of those 50% sales and just sign up for a year. The best one I see today is Netflix. I just don't understand how it's down that much. I'd wait till the open, but I would buy it in the 440s. Yeah, here's what you can do. There's actually, let me go to my email. Hold on, I'm going to put you on. I don't want anybody reading my email, so let's go over to Gmail. I got to put my Savvy Trader up on my LinkedIn. Remind me in an hour to put my Savvy Trader on LinkedIn.
Okay, I added it.
Zephin here. I might give you this. I don't know if you got the email. But this is let me move back over. QQQ 30-minute super trend scalper. 46% of the trades are wins. Your risk to reward is 2 to 1. Your drawdown is 10%. So log in and import. Let's see, where's that? I think it's a scanner. What did they tell me? They told me it's a scanner. Okay. I'm gonna move back over here. So market scanner, and then we're gonna go what's it called? Super trend. Oh man, where did I? Here it is. This is the strategies, Effin. It's under strategy tester. So if we go to QQQ, look at this. 7,000 candles, so 26 months. You make 71% versus just 15% on the asset. On a 30-minute, you got this gap down here. 375 and 373 and 375. Zephin, you have TrendSpider. You'll make that. Come on. You'll make that in a heartbeat with TrendSpider. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll make that with TrendSpider. It's crazy how good TrendSpider is. Okay. And I am heading out. Jeff, and my apologies, but I can't talk all that much. James used to tell you that I had mouth noises. I think James hated my mouth noise. I don't even know if James is still around. I think he went to Tom's group. I think James may have been the one that thanks, Effin. I'll be better. I'll be back full force probably next week. I'm hoping I didn't give COVID to the dogs. Dog threw up this morning, so it is Larry. Larry, it's awesome. Aw. Yeah, I am, Sherry. I'm fever-ridden. So, no, he hated Tom. I don't know anybody that liked Tom. For anybody that doesn't know, so it was, I think, last year or the year before. Well, he's got a newborn. It's hard to trade when you've got a newborn, man. Yeah, good choice. Put up a wind farm or something. Make some passive income. But for those of you that don't know Tom, it was 1 year, 2 years ago or something. Tom was a doctor with a brain injury who thought he was God's gift to the stock market and traded in small caps. And probably showed me his portfolio one time, probably had about 600 stocks in his portfolio, all averaging between $5 and $10 per position. And would tout to me how much he was up every day. Meanwhile, you'd go back and look, and he was down on a lot. And the guy would write paragraphs in our Facebook group. And, he was pretty good on some of these things. So it was during 2021 where, you could shoot a fish in a barrel in 2021. I mean, it was a bull market in 2021. 2022 was another story, and it was hard. When the going got tough and Tom started getting a little criticism, and I started saying, ignoring Tom's posts, he basically gave me a $250 tip. If you give me a $250 tip, I'm going to take it. You don't get any preferential treatment from anybody. You get my gratitude, and I'll do you a special favor, like sing you happy birthday. But you don't get any, I'm not going to, I'm not your boy if you give me $250. It's a nice thing to do, but I don't feel enslaved to you. But Tom felt like I disrespected him by not appropriately looking at his stocks. So he posted I demand respect in the Facebook group. I refuse to be ignored anymore. It was fun drama. And yeah, Tom threatened to go and start his own group. And he was going to take all my listeners with him because he had a better strategy than I did. Still to this date, have no idea what his strategy was. Would never tell me his strategy. Would never do anything to display where he got his information. I think he read Seeking Alpha, and just picked out a top analyst, and he would mirror that analyst, which isn't a bad strategy. I mean, if you find an analyst that's good, you could do that. So I had it, and I kicked him out of the group. It takes a lot for you to get kicked out of the group. I think I banned people who do Telegram stuff, the fakes. I banned people who well, it's not my tongue. Sherry, I got COVID. I was down at listen to the replay. I'll post the video, but I got COVID down at MLS. So I had to come home, and I'm currently isolating with the dogs. I don't know why. This thing is, I don't know what that is. I wish it was just my tummy. Ironically, my tummy's like a freaking steel vault. But I got COVID. Monday night, I started feeling a little bit sick, and rather than be a hero, I wound up testing myself, and I rode the train home when I probably shouldn't have. Infected people. I don't think I infected anybody. The cab driver was super kind, and I asked for a cab with I didn't tell people I had COVID, but I'm no longer a unicorn who's never had it. It wiped me out a little. Yesterday I was dealing with 102, 104 fever. I think I made it to 102. I don't think I got to 104. But I had the sweats, and even today I'm just not 100%. But I'm waiting for my laptop to charge a little. But I am going to get off here because I can't talk too much. I'm going to go downstairs, grab some water, and I'm going to go buy Netflix. I think that's the best strategy for me, is to buy Netflix. This is the Netflix strategy. So see, it tells me to sell Netflix. Oh, it told me to sell Netflix at $4.77. This is the problem with some of these trend spider strategies. Should have sold at $4.77. And I could buy back down here at $4.50. So yeah, the problem is, Zephin, you don't have to feel bad because you didn't know you had it. I knew I had it, and I was as cautious as I could have been. I didn't have an N95 mask. I probably should have just went and bought one. I was on the train. People were, I was like the plague victim because people were like running away from me, didn't want to sit next to me. It just takes that one little spore to get out. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't optimal for me. Look, Netflix is climbing, man. Let's see the 4-hour. I'm going to look at the 65-minute algo. Still has you in. Probably will get you out on the first candle today. Because it's going to dip below. It's going to be down around this mark. Let's see a daily. Is there a gap below that we see? It ain't getting back down to that 340 mark. It covered that gap. You still have this gap to go, which is up at 520. And that's where I think we're going this year. I think we're going to that 520. I mean, here, look at the weekly. You're just at the 200 day, so I'm going to buy more. Zephin, that would be my suggestion on Swing today is buy Netflix. Somewhere in the 440s. I'm going to wait. I mean, God. Here. Let's look at, I'm going to move you over to, let's look at Netflix here. I mean, TQQQ is definitely, oh, MPW. That's the one. I like that you bought that one. Medical properties. TQQQ is back down in 45. Let's look at Netflix. Netflix has some confirmation. I'm sure of it on the 5-minute. Not as crazy good as I would like to see. So I'll hold off until open. But I'm going to head out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, and I do feel better. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you, everybody. Take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow.